back to Dream with You Travels. I'm Ryan.
I'm Erin. Today we are at Magic Kingdom and we are here for our last ride on the Liberty Square Riverboat.
Yeah, we're going to say goodbye and farewell.
Yeah, so as of July 7th, the riverboat and the Tom Sawyer Island behind us will be officially closed to make way for Piston Peak, which is the new Cars Land. So we didn't get over to Tom Sawyer Island today, but we do want to at least get one last ride on the riverboat, and we'll show you around.
Yep, this is the river here behind us. This was all going away.
It's really going to change the landscape of the park. It's going to be interesting, but...
Yeah. All right, well, let's go take a ride one last time, one last lap.
Last call, secure all cargo. All passengers aboard.
Cargo secured. All passengers boarded, sir.
Should have been out there money for that.
Out line away.
Engine room. Ahead 1/4. Sound blast bell. Policeman, sound off. Give me a depth reading by the mark.
By the bar.
Mark 4. Engine room, ahead 3/4. Stand by. Steady as she goes. Captain, welcome aboard the Liberty. I'm your captain, Horace Bixby, and my pilot with me here on the Texas deck is a young cub that goes by the name of Sam Clemens. And he's marking his 100th voyage down the river today with nary a calamity on his watch. Sam knows this river like his own backyard. Sam, tell our guests everything you know about this river.
Well now, I always figure it is better to keep your mouth shut and be a student when you open it and remove all doubt. But I will tell you this, I love this river more than anything else. I've loved this river, even from the time I was a toddler back in Missouri. Before we get too much further out of port, I think I should mention that you best not be sitting on those handrails. They're the only thing between you and the river, and the river don't always take kindly to uninvited guests. We've also had reports of river pirates operating in the vicinity, so I wouldn't lean out beyond those rails for that reason either. Now, for those of you on the port side, that river town we're passing is Frontierland. A few years back, it was no more than a boom town carved out of the wilderness by a handful of settlers looking to start a new life on its way to become a fine big city. Frontierland reminds me some of my own hometown, Hannibal. It takes me back to when I was a barefoot boy growing up alongside the riverbank. You know, it seems to me that when I was young, I could remember everything, whether it happened or not. But as I grow older, I seem to remember only the things that never happened at all. That island over across the way on the starboard side was my stomping ground when I was young. Exceedingly young. Marvelously young. Young by hundreds of years. Younger than I will ever be again. It's called Tom Sawyer's Island and is named for a friend from my boyhood. Even today, the only way you can get there is by raft. Old man Harper's grain mill is there, back in the woods just off Tom's Landing. And that's Muck Potter's Pond and his windmill. We almost hanged Muck once. And there's Muck's Landing. I always did like Muck. He could swear just wonderful. He and Tom and I spent most of our wild and reckless youth exploring that island. Lots of caves, lots of adventures, if you know where to look. And we all knew where to look. That's Superstition Bridge. It connects the Big Island to the river. And if you follow the wilderness trail there, it'll lead you right up to the gates of Fort Langhorne. It's the last trading outpost before we get into the Indian country.
Deacon's been marking this river for longer than I can remember. Every time the river cuts through the channel, old Deacon puts out a marker to let us know whether it's safe to travel or not. However, Sam here has been bragging that if push came to shove, he can navigate the Liberty Belle on any move. Isn't that so, Sam?
Well, I was born humble, Captain. But mostly it's worn off. Captain, Indian Village to port.
Now that's something you don't see much out this way. That's an Algonquin Indian village. Looks to be from the Powhatan tribe. Usually they stay further east. I've seen Seminole and Miami this far west, and of course Shoshone, Laramie, and Crow, but I've never seen Algonquins out here.
Lots of game out this way. I've seen moose and deer and plenty of other critters along the shoreline.
Old Deacon's been marking this river for longer than I can remember. Every time the river cuts through the channel, let us know if it's safe to travel or not. However, the second year, the private which came to shore, he can navigate the Liberty Belle on any move. Isn't that so, Jay?
Well, I was born humble.
This way, they thought it was the return of one of their heavenly messengers. They said our riverboat was a comet of the sun.
filled with spirits. If you ask me, I'd say the ones telling those tales are the ones filled with spirits. If you want proof, just ask them. They got it. About 100 proof, I reckon. And what you do, don't strike any matches if they aim to breathe in your direction. Or you won't just be seeing ghosts, you'll be joining. We're approaching Liberty Square, which is home court for us. We'll be putting into dock shortly, so those of you on the upper two decks might be in the money to collect all your parcels and head to the lower deck. Got youngins who'll want to take them in hand before they get out of hand. On behalf of the captain, myself, and the crew, thanks for flying the waterways with us. I hope I see you next time round the river bend.
Thanks, Sam, and thank you, everyone, for traveling the rivers of America with us today.
Engine room. Approach levee at 1/4 steam. Man the bow line. Purser, check freight and cargo. All hands prepare to dock. All passengers, stand by to go ashore. Leadman, give me a left. Sting out.
Alright, well that's going to conclude the Liberty Boat and Tom Sawyer Island. Again, I hope we preserve this. Have to stay in our memories, and hopefully this helps jog our memory.
Yeah, glad we could do it one last time, crowded with everybody knowing that it's getting ready to go away. It's a hot ride. We got a storm coming in, and you probably saw in some of our footage. So we're gonna kind of get out of here, but glad we could do this just one last time.
Yeah.
Kind of sad it's going away. It's kind of iconic, but new things to come.
Yeah, it's been here a long time. I don't know, excited for whatever's to come as well. So it's bittersweet. Well, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and just remember,
If you can dream it,
you can do it.
bye.
See ya.
Thanks, Sam, and thank you everyone for traveling the rivers of America with us.